is Leia, hands down. The MVP in my book, I know y'all didn't see that coming. You thought I'd pick Obi-Wan. I thought about that, but this all comes down to Leia. And she got him out of there even when she got kidnapped. Remember, Reva couldn't even read her mind. If she gave away all those locations and all of that there, it could have been over. I think she doesn't get a lot of credit for where credit should be due here. Obi-Wan was coming close, in my opinion, but the fact of the matter is, even though it was only a few significant points, there were such big significant details. If something had gone awry there for her age, it could have been a lot worse. Like, not only would she not have gotten back, but it could have ruined, honestly, the entire future for Star Wars. So I'm giving Leia the MVP on my list. What about you?
If I thought inside of the box and I went about this like the normal way, I probably would have agreed with you and given Leia the MVP of this series. But I went a little outside the box and I gave the MVP of the series to Darth Vader. Darth Vader.
Wow, I didn't even consider him.
This is why
that's my boy, man.
This is why I gave Darth Vader the MVP of the series. He is ironically the MVP for the good guys because he's an absolute idiot and he can never seem to get out of his own way. He could have had Kenobi in episode 3 when he had let a little tiny firewall stop him and the troopers from taking Kenobi's body. He then could have followed the Inquisitors and hid in their base when Reva took Leia captive and just sat there waiting for Obi-Wan to show up. He could have waited and not been outsmarted by the diversion when the first ship took off and him using all of his force strength to pull that one back down while a secondary ship got away. He could have also listened to the Grand Inquisitor and stayed the course and destroyed the path at the route and found Kenobi later on, bringing Kenobi to them to try to save the people in the path, but he was too impatient and set all of his focus on Kenobi. And then he could have stuck around in that final battle to make sure Obi-Wan was actually dead in the crater he created before walking off. It was just mistake after mistake after mistake. And in my opinion, he's actually the good guy's MVP because of how all the fucked up decisions he decides to make. Because if he uses any brains whatsoever, he has them all dead to rights and it's game over. And because of that, Vader gets MVP of the series for the opposite team. That's my reasoning and that's my MVP of the series.